Hi guys, so I came across another article proving that the earth is truly flat. How? Well, based on a newspaper from, well, it's dated March 4th, 1851, and all I did was went to the Library of Congress's website and filtered out the search newspaper survey, and I actually included the word plane, Plane, and it came up with this article dated March 4th, 1851, the Southern Press, and this is regarding, how they survey, how they used to survey the land as well as the water, hydrography as well as, I think it's, what is it, cartography, if they want to, as far as map makers, how they measure the landscape and design and make maps from that, as well as geodetic surveying the land. And very, something very telling is just how they go about as far as the what's the word? As far as the practice of how they understand the landscape and how they tell their surveyors to just assume that the land around them, that the small area that they are actually surveying or measuring is a plane, is indeed a plane, Plane. Which is very telling is that how they were working with the Navy Department, the Army, as well as civilians in order to, this was a major undertaking of the United States landscape. They wanted to find a baseline. They wanted to find out, exactly just the landscape of the land and be able to map it out accurately, to be able to give, accurate details as far as the land masses and the geographical areas such as mountains, hills, terrain, valleys, peaks, anything that they could measure, and they wanted to do it accurately, so they brought in the military as well as the Navy and the civilians. But so I'm going to link the article in the description so that you can read this for yourself. But take note of this information here where it says, okay, this was right about here, yeah, number 5. It is now generally understood that detached Nautica surveys cannot as such be joined together so as to form a continuous chart. Each one, talking about surveyors or surveys, each one supposes the earth to be a plane. And though for short distances the errors do not become apparent when a grouping of the results is attempted, the spheroidal form of the earth interposes an insurmountable obstacle to all accurate joining. Hence, a continuous survey can only be made by geodetic methods. The most accurate mode of ascertaining distances between objects not in the same plane is by the measurement of a baseline on a level piece of ground and triangulating it from it, connecting points which, although intervisible, are separated by rough ground or by water. The best mode of representing the features of a country is by a topographical survey based upon a triangulation connecting remarkable points. The only mode of obtaining accurate results in hydrography is to connect the position of the water with fixed points accurately determined on the land. These methods are the only ones admissible in the present state of science, and these are practiced in our coast survey. Any other mode of surveying on land or water than these would be time and money wasted. If we cannot execute the survey of our coast in the best manner, we should postpone it until means or science can be found adequate to the execution. So, when they were measuring the land and the water, they had to understand it all as a plane. They said each one supposes the Earth to be a plane, and though for short distances the errors do not become apparent, when a grouping of the results is attempted, the spheroidal form of the Earth interposes an insurmountable obstacle to all accurate joining. Why would that be? I mean, why would it be, just logically? If we live on a sphere, why would, when they bring and compile all the different sections of the survey together, when they bring all the pieces of the puzzle together, why would comparing it or measuring it by a sphere become an insurmountable problem for them? Why? Well, of course we know why, because the Earth is not a sphere. The Earth is not a sphere. It is a level plane, flat plane with terrain, with mountains, with peaks, with valleys, right? That is the only reason. That is the only reason. So it's just great to find these little gems of, more evidence, more data, science, scientific findings of the fact that we are living on a flat plane and not a ball. Okay, but I am going to link this into the description so that you can read the entire article for yourself. It's very interesting how they gathered the information, but of course they had what they were still trying to say, well, of course we live on a ball, a spinning heliocentric, model, or, spinning ball sphere. But for the surveys, you have to just kind of go with it and just suppose, pretend, in other words, use your imagination that you're measuring and dealing with a plane, totally ludicrous. Okay, well, that does it for this video. Thanks again for joining me, and I will hope to see you very soon. Take care.